Hi Capricorn, and welcome to your mid-April general reading. So first of all, please just allow me to send you blessings. Hope that you're safe from harm, that those that you love are safe from harm, that yeah, and this finds you in the best possible place that you're at right now. It's very interesting. Two additional guidance cards came out for you. Time to go and the Bless card. I mean, the time to go card. I mean, people are going to be dealing with what they're dealing with in a lot of different ways. Some people are very isolated and some people are doing the frontline work. Okay, whatever this finds you doing and what role that you're playing, there seems to be what's going on here is a deep reassessment of your life. Okay, this is, I would say, what's happening for everyone, but it's especially where all the planetary activity is happening. And obviously for you, it's around your sense of identity, what you're doing with your time. So there might be something that you're walking away from, or when this is over, you know, that sort of thinking, when this is over, I'm walking away from something and I'm going to allow this very, very different energy into my life. Bless card is absolutely beautiful card. I mean, it's a little bit like the Ace of Cups. The Ace of Cups isn't sometimes not the easiest card to deal with, but it's definitely this feeling of being very, very protected during this time. So I'm a little bit fascinated about what these cards mean, because as most of you know, I've got Capricorn Ascendant and they're definitely my cards. Leaving some things behind and hopefully walking into a different sort of life once this is over. And none of us can take away right now that for some people there's a lot of suffering going on. So it's never my intention to make this a fluffy reading, but my intention of doing the readings and what I'm asking my cards to do is to send some sort of guidance and support, okay? So I'm really, really working hard on that interpretation of the cards, and I swear for one part of me, it's not to deny what's going on, because I'm in that position. I'm half a frontline worker, so I deal with it every day, okay? I'm not a I don't believe in all the spiritual bypassing stuff. So what's behind you is the Fool. The Gift is the Death card. The Challenge is the Star card. The Chariot in your relationships. Oh my God, they're all major arcanas, Capricorn. Oh my God, they're all major arcanas. Wow. Apart from one who is the King of Wands as the outcome, which could be a person, male or female, yeah, with the Ace of Cups, which is the Bless card, by the way. The Ace of Cups tends to show up with the Tower when the Bless card appears, because it's this sort of, you know, though most of us have moments in our life when time stops still and eternity comes. It's a little bit like that. Now, sorry, you've got all major arcanas here. So there's a very deep message for you. And when I seen those two cards, I knew there was, by the way. So behind you is the Fool. And I'm not saying any of you feel this. It's a very, very strange. So please bear with me, Capricorn, because I'm trying to get messages of hope rather than, or I wouldn't be able to do it if every single reading was catastrophic, okay? So the Fool's a 0 point. It's that sort of an urge, and it's almost like some of you might be going through a lot of processing, because the Death card is the Gift. So the Death card is very much about transmutation, yeah? Leaving something behind in order to move forward to something else. It's a Scorpio card, Pluto card. So it's very much what's going on for you. And I'm sort of laughing because you do have the Sun card. So it's almost like this process for some of you has got the potential to be, as the old falls away, as this time to go happens, which means it can be a change of our old identity, already making decisions about when this period is over, because this period will be over. How am I going to live my life? Am I going to live my life authentically, in joy, or am I not? How am I going to be when this period is over? Because it seems to me the Death card with the Sun is almost like there's a potential for all the old to be stripped away, so this beautiful Sun can come out. This sense of authority, a sense of destiny can come into the world. Having the Fool behind you is almost like, and I know no one's feeling totally carefree, okay? Because we need to embrace the suffering before we get to the opposite side. But there can be half and half, Capricorn. There can be this energy of, well, a bit like, I think a classic example is what I'm going to do when this is over. Yeah, that sort of thing. And it's like, if you're not in the front line and if you're not in desperate suffering, this is a huge, huge opportunity to remake your sense of purpose and your sense of destiny. And our true sense of purpose should always be about self-actualization, bringing out this joy, bringing out this sun. Capricorn's got this real reputation for chasing material goals, but really, really, really self-actualization should be your only purpose. And I'm not talking about not having enough to eat. There seems to be a little bit of shredding of an old identity, so something new can emerge. The challenge is a Star card. So this might be, it could be an Aquarius, or actually it's a very good chance it is an Aquarius, because the Chariot card is in your relationships. So something might be moving forward, or the greatest challenge at the moment is having faith, okay? Grace is the substance of our universe. When we put a seed in the ground, even though we have to do things to care for the seed, it's grace that makes the seed grow. It's the fabric of our existence. The baby doesn't grow in our tummy through our will. It grows through the power of grace. This is the way all new ideas, if it's a business idea, if it's a relationship goal, we don't force our will on things. It's grace that causes everything to work. And grace has the final say in timing and everything, okay? So there might be a little bit of a challenge here. So a classic example would maybe leaving, or almost thinking, when this is over, I'm going to leave this thing behind. Yeah, that sort of thinking. And then, but the problem is, Capricorn, when we start to believe in our own will to dictate the universe, it's grace that does everything for us. So when we're using prayer, it's always grace that we turn to. And when we turn to grace, we're asking for guidance. Guidance about how to weave new lives, to start new chapters, to make new beginnings work. Don't rely on your own will. Rely on the will greater than you, because that is the true reality. And one thing this virus has reminded us of is who's in charge. and it definitely ain't us, okay? So there's a real opportunity here for you to attune to deeper laws, because as the future emerges, it's those laws, especially with Saturn going into Aquarius now, it's the laws of humanity that are going to have to take over. So this is very much about your energy. You've got the Chariot in relationships. So what's the Chariot about in your relationships? So other people's energy, it looks like they're going for it, they're getting things done, directive. Because in the Chariot, the conscious and unconscious mind are moving in one direction. Really, really nice card to show up in your relationships. It's like there might be some people in your life who are redeciding, making changes and shifts about what they want their future to be. Because it's how we handle this few months that will dictate what the future will be. It's a very, very pivotal time. So underneath the Death card is a Sun card, and it's almost like as you let go of the old, this beautiful, beautiful light comes out into the world, because the Sun is what powers our planet. It gives life to things. And it's almost like Capricorn, some of you have this amazing, amazing energy coming forward. Now, the outcome is the King of Wands. So this isn't a relationship person. The King of Wands, all the wands they represent the fire element. And the fire element is very much about self-actualizing. So bringing forward this spark within us and setting it forward into the world. Maybe not now. It's maybe getting prepared. So we can have new ideas, even we can have new relationships, by the way. For some of you it is the Ace of Cups. But it's grace that decides if this relationship ever happens or not. It's not us. And that is the old energy we need to release. And that's how we begin to get the universal forces to work in our behalf. So some of this is a new relationship, but others of you, it might be new, because the King of Wands is very much about creativity. He's an entrepreneur, by the way, King of Wands. And he's looking at that Sun card with this Ace of Cups. So some of you might be beginning to receive new ideas. The world is going to change rapidly, Capricorn. And the ideas that are really going to flourish are all going to be about the we and not the I. So a classic example, what can I do in a way that's going to serve sort of everyone, not just the I? That is the changes we're all going to be going through. And with Saturn going into Aquarius, it's going to be like that for the next couple of years. How can we serve the whole, okay? So if you're thinking about business ideas or anything to do with creativity, it's going to have to be so everyone gets to flourish. For some of you, this might be to do with some sort of new relationship. And as you release the past, some sort of blessed energy can come through, because I found the blessed energy works in relationships, but also around a feeling of being materially supported. But for any of you who are considering new ideas and new business ventures, the ones that are going to thrive in the new period are the ones who start to think as a collective and not just for ourselves alone. So, because it's all going to start transforming in front of our very, very eyes. And if you want to be a pioneer of that, Capricorn, which you probably do, it's all going to be about how can I work in a way that meets people's needs. For some of you are thinking about business. For some of you, this is potentially a new relationship. Yeah, the Knight of Cups. Some sort of contact might be made. Some sort of messages might be received. Something huge happens when it's all major arcanas, because there's a sense of something going on beyond your control. None of us like to feel we're not in control of things, but the reality is none of us are in control of things. Every breath we take is down to grace. Any idea that comes your way is down to grace. And any new love that comes our way is definitely down to grace, Capricorn. So, wow. Again, may you be safe from harm. May those you love be safe from harm. And may we all be safe from harm. Lots of love, Capricorn. Bye.